Hello, welcome to our CBTs today. My name is David. In today's video, we want to briefly, very quickly, take a very important subject, and that subject is essays in English. So we're going to be looking at the definition of essays, what are essays useful for, what are the types of essays, and how do you write a nice, robust, beautiful essay. Are you ready for this? Let's get into it. Alright, welcome back. If you are joining us for the first time, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video, alright? So that when we make updates to these videos, you'll be notified. Also, we'll be taking some other topical concepts. I want you to be notified of this, not be left behind, and to come back to watch to your feel. Shall we begin? Essay is basically a short piece of prose writing on a specific subject. Simple. So in essay, the writer is presenting an idea in a clear, a structured, a concise manner. It's just a piece of prose writing, a piece of writing. It's as simple as that. Now, what's the purpose of essays? It helps us to express our ideas. It helps us to improve vocabulary and grammar. Because when you're writing an essay, you need to think about what you want to write and put down your thoughts in an articulated manner. Then it helps us to develop logical thinking, yes, because you need to think. And then it helps you to organize your thoughts systematically. Okay, this should come before this, then this should come before this. Then it helps you to communicate your opinion very well. Alright, next. So, characteristic of a good essay. What should a good essay possess? One, a good essay should have unity. In other words, the essay should focus on one central idea. If you are given a topic, a subject like the day I will never forget, it should focus on that idea, the day you will not forget. It's not like you're talking about the day you will not forget, then you briefly disrupt and talk about your sister's wedding, or something else that happened. So it must focus on a central idea. Then it should be coherent, not balablu, then smooth, then ulava. No, that means you should be consistent in your thoughts. Okay, it should flow smoothly. You understand now? Take us through the journey of what happened. Then it should be clear and easy to understand. You don't need bogus words. You don't need vocabularies, heavy vocabs when you're writing an essay. All that should be at the back of your mind is the reader. The reader should be able to understand the message you're trying to pass across. And then it should be, what else? You should have correct language, proper grammatical structure, spelling, punctuations, connectors, conjunctions. Those things has to be used. And then logical arrangement. So present your ideas in a logical way. Then balanced length. It should not be too short. It should not be excessively long. So in fact, many assignments or tests or assessments will give you a number. You might be told it should not be more than 250 words, 400 words. And then you have to put all your ideas within that. Next now, structure of an essay. Yes, so how should an essay look like? Let's say this is your page now. Your essay, you are told 400 words. So let's say you're starting here and ending here. First thing is what? Your introduction. Okay? This is how it happened. Alright, today when I started this video, I had an introduction. So you want to tell us about the day you will not forget. You say, on this fateful day, okay? Or you mention the date. On the 6th of January, I had to go to do this or to do that. You understand? So there should be an introduction. So you don't just jump into the central idea or the core theme. There should be something that began the series of events that you want to tell us about. Then, introduction is number 1. Then 2, you have the body.
Get the cheapest science materials from allschoollabs.com.
So you have your introduction first, then first introduction, and then you have the body. The body is where you balance well and give us a story. Even though I said we should balance well, you still need to break it into paragraphs. Okay, paragraph will help you to put one thought after another thought after another thought. Always remember that just like it happens in the law of physics or in motion, this is how your essay should go, like this. So you should take off at this level, you should come to the peak at this level, it should decline, okay, and then it should end. So there should be intrigue, there should be suspense, we should be eager to know what wants to happen next. Then it should come to climax, the peak, by which you are like, wow, and then it should decline. So every essay should be like that, no matter the body. Then 3, conclusion. So you have the introduction, the body. So what I drew for you before, this will be the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. You understand that now? So you conclude well. Don't just end abruptly. Conclude well. Okay. You summarize, then you conclude. Good. Then types of essay now. So we're going to look at the types of essays that we have, right? And the first one, popular one, is narrative essay. What is narrative essay? It's just simply retelling. Narrating, to narrate will mean to retell. So to tell something, to tell a story. Most of the literature books you read are narrative essays. The story of Tortoise and the Lion, narrative essay. They are narrative writings. So, a memorable day in my life, an unforgettable journey, narrative essay. Then the second one, descriptive. Look at now, even the terms are already giving you insights into the type of essays that they are. This is descriptive, meaning used to describe, used to give understanding and clarity on a subject. So descriptive essay describes. I say, describe your mother in 200 words. Then you begin to tell me, oh, my mom, her name is this and that. She hails from this place or that place. She's 5'7" tall. She's a little bit chubby. She has a P shape of head. Then give me that. So in description, we often use the imagination to express our ideas. We often bring the reader or the viewer into our imagination. Because as you are telling me all those physical attributes and character attributes, I'm beginning to see in my mind eye a picture of your mom, even though I've never seen her before. I can literally sketch how your mom will probably look like by those descriptions, right? So that's why it's called descriptive essay. Example, my best friend, a visit to an historical place. Then the third one is expository essay. This one, it gives in-depth about something. We use this one to give deep or in-depth information. Look at it, the explains or give information about a topic. For example, many of these documentaries that you watch are expository. They expose things that you didn't know of or you didn't know about. Don't confuse it with descriptive. No. Now, for example, importance of education. All those lecture talks, all those seminar talks, many of them are descriptive. Pollution and its effects. Okay? Olumọ Rock, or yes, the Olumọ Rock, descriptive essay. The Zuma Rock, descriptive essay, expository essay rather. Expository essay. So the effect of tech or AI in Nigeria. Expository essay. Okay, The Zuma rock would be descriptive. Yeah. Oluma rock would be descriptive because you want to play us. I could also rephrase the title to make it expository. Do you understand now? Good. So, for example, if I say the mineral resources in Oluma rock, I have made it what? Expository. But if I am to say the Oluma rock, that could be descriptive because you are going to be describing the physical attributes. Yes, the way it looks, the features of the rock. Okay, that's more wasting more time. The fourth one is argumentative essay. Argumentative. Now, as the term goes, it means to what? To argue. Argue. So, an example of this would be what? In your debates, debate session that you have in school, where you argue, boy is better than girl. Those are the lay type of argumentative essays we have in school. Farmer is better than doctors. Those ones that you did in primary 1 to 2 classes. Right. So, this essay presents an argument for and against emotion. So you put before or against emotion. Example, advantages and disadvantages of internet. Is social media useful for students? Some persons will support it and some persons will oppose it. So that's it. And then we have the fifth one. Many of you don't know of this fifth one. Okay, so the fifth essay that we have is reflective essay. A lot of you have never heard of this before. Now, this essay expresses personal thoughts and reflection. Using these essays, you can express your opinions. Do you get it now? So, reflective essay. For example, what I learned during the pandemic, my role model. So, when you write reflective essays, you hold the opinions to yourself. Nobody can really attack you because it's your opinion. Are you getting it now? It's all your opinion. Good. So, those are the 5 essays that we have. Now, what are the steps in writing an essay as we conclude? Understand the topic you want to write on. Don't just jump into the essay. When you get to the exam hall and you are given the essay you're supposed to write on, take some time, 30 seconds, a minute or 2, to think about the topic, to understand, to get clarity on the topic, and then plan what you want to write. So understand the topic, plan what you want to write, jot down important points on that topic. Okay, I'll talk about this first, then this first, then this, then this. Right, and then write the draft. So on the rough page of your answer booklet, you quickly write the draft. 1, 2, or 3 or 4 paragraphs. Your opening paragraph, your second paragraph, the main body, the third paragraph, and the conclusion. Okay, so you quickly write that, and then you revise your paragraph. You revise what you have written, then you transfer it into your notes, which is your final writing. You revise your drafts, the one you wrote on your rough sketch or your rough paper, and you transfer it to your notes, which is your final writing, and then you proofread it. There should be one more point here, which is proofread it. Remove any error that is in it before you go ahead to submit. Now, what are the languages and styles of essays? 1, use simple and effective language. We said this before. You don't need too much grammar. You don't need grammar at all. Make your writings to be understandable by even a dummy. That's one of the challenges that people have with writings of Shakespeare. And that's why many of you cannot read Shakespeare and understand what Shakespeare is saying, because there's so many idiomatic expressions. Some of you cannot read Bibles like King James Version of the Bible. Why? Because it uses some kind of old English. See, so the communication at this day and age is poor. Very good, but for your level, poor, because communication is about the person that you're trying to reach out to. So always keep the language of your essays or your writings in the middle. You don't want to go too low, like you don't know what you're talking about, and you don't want to go above anybody. Is that clear now? Then avoid very long sentences. No, it's good to keep your sentences short and pointy. When your sentences are short, they grab attention more and they retain span. Okay? Do not use slang or informal expression. No, you don't use slang. Then you maintain your consistency in your tenses. Don't switch from using third person to first person. No, if you are using first person, you use first person. If you are using third person, you use third person. Do you get it now? Good. Use appropriate linking words. But, and, however, although, therefore, either to, nonetheless, nevertheless. Very important. When you use, in fact, this is so nice. When you use this in your essays look beautiful to read. It looks amazing. You look like a professional writer when you use linking
Run quick tests and analysis. Visit analysis.africa.
words. So go and list out linking words and begin to practice how to use them in your next essays. Are you still there? Right now. Okay, so we've done this. Common errors in essay writing, writing irrelevant points, poor paragraphing. Some of you don't use paragraph or use inconsistent paragraphing. Yes. Now, another simple hack is that, okay, let's say this is the body of your essay now. Let's say this is the body of your essay. And this is your introduction now. The first paragraph after your introduction should not be like this. Then your next paragraph is not like this. And then your fourth paragraph is like this. No, that's inconsistency. If you are using three, after your introduction is always shorter, so we know that. And your conclusion, your summary and conclusion. But the main body should be consistent. If you are going 3 lines, keep it at three lines for each paragraph. If it's 4 lines, let it go like that. Not that one paragraph has 10 lines, another one has 3 lines. That would rob you of quality marks in the exam. Okay? Now, when we already touched on this, then you have your assignment. So I want you to do this. Please, I want you to do it and submit in the comment section. Okay, so it will help you improve your clarity and understanding of what we just discussed. Now, short answer. These are short answer questions. What's an essay in your own words? Not the way I defined it, in your own words. Mention the parts of an essay. Okay, then characteristics of a good essay. How should a good essay look like? And then list the type of essays with 1 example each. Okay, don't forget that last 5th essay I mentioned. So list the types of essays with examples. Right, so with that, we come to the end of today's beautiful class. I try to keep it short and simple and sweet. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comment section that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next concept. Bye. Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the video you just watched. To see more content as that, prepare you for your upcoming exam, make sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on notification. Also, remember that you can use the comment section to send us your questions or your inquiries, and we are happy to take them. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.